Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Buddy Fry, and let's queer up trans rights. This may be the most difficult Trans Day of Visibility in history. Trans Day of Visibility has long been a celebration of strength and authenticity, but in 2025, in this day and age, it arrives under a dark cloud of political hostility. In just 2 months, Donald Trump's administration has aggressively dismantled transgendered protections, issuing executive orders that strip rights from the American trans community. One of Trump's first acts was to revoke federal recognition of gender identity, ordering all agencies to classify people strictly as male or female based on their birth sex. This affects everyone, from everything from passports to federal funding for trans-inclusive programs. The administration also withdrew protections for trans youth, military service members, and discrimination safety guards in education and healthcare. GLAAD reports that Trump's recent address to the Congress included over 1,500 words attacking the LGBTQ people. He spent more time talking on that than he spent on talking about jobs and affordability. With 40 anti-trans bills already passed this year, the Trans Day of Visibility 2025 marks not just visibility, but an urgent fight for survival. Trans Day of Visibility will be celebrated across America and the world this Monday, March 31st. All of the divisions of Hotspots Happening Out celebrate our trans community. Queer News Tonight has a dedication to the Trans Day of Visibility and Trans Day of Remembrance. And in 2024, we had more than 100 stories focusing on our trans brothers and sisters. You know, it's hard to come in and do these stories because it just continues and it gets harder and harder and harder. And it's only been 2 bleeping months. You know, that's what's just got me so godsmacked.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I just hope that our community starts to take a deep breath and really think about making sure that we support each other. I went to an event this weekend and I actually had a couple of, I call them friends, starting to complain about all this attention on trans this, trans that, and I just went, shut up. They're the easiest, lowest hanging fruit to target. And if they go, we go.
Do you think they want to be talked about to this capacity? Of course
No,
not.
not.
Of course not.
Of course not. But it was stunning to have somebody at a party, a gay couple, both bitching about it.
Wow.
And I just reminded them, I said how important it is to get together and support each other.
Well, and kudos to you for correcting them. Okay, that's what we all have to do in our community. Even within our own community, we've got to be like, wait, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? Oh, hell no. No, you're not going to say those words because, again, they're first. We're in line. You know what I mean?
I had to remind them, I mean, between lesbians and drag queens, who the fuck started the life that we have now?
Yeah.
Who helped us through the AIDS crisis?
Lesbians.
Who started the riot at Stonewall's? Drag queens.
Trans. Yeah.
And trans.
Yep.
We have to remember whose backs we stand on to get to this point.
But this is the success of the Republican narrative. Is even getting Democrats to split on our support of this issue. When you see Gavin Newsom, somebody that I highly admire.
Me too.
And I actually hope that one day he runs for president, starts, taking these talking points about, how unfair is
trans and women's sports and stuff. Yeah.
Then we have a problem.
We do.
We have a problem when we are just splitting and actually siding with these people.
100%.
But we have to do our homework. I mean, in all the legislation that we're talking about trans in sports, there are less than 10 athletes out of 530,000 collegiate athletes. 10
that are trans. Yeah.
And we've spent how much time and effort and how many arguments and what is it, 40 regulations or laws or
at least
have come down because of 10 people?
So I'm going to read, there's this beautiful woman. Her name is Ada Taina Norell, and she's part of the Norell family. Hi, right? And so she posted this yesterday, right? I honestly don't even have the words, but I need to speak on this. After everything I've gone through, every form filled, every document updated, every dollar spent to align my legal identity with who I am, I just received an updated license with my old gender marker on it. The shock, the disbelief, the gut punch of seeing something that says, we don't see you, we don't respect you, you don't belong. I just want to live authentically, fully, safely. But I guess maybe that might be too much to ask.
Unbelievable.
Can you imagine getting your license in the mail right now and just saying,
what is
no.
that? How is that affecting you? How is that affecting anybody else other than the person? I mean, that is basically targeted.
No.
How is that accepting that this person just wants to live the way she wants or he wants? How is that affecting you? I just don't understand.
It has nothing to do with
nothing
it. It has to do with people just trying to put somebody else down.
Look, we'll end this segment by talking about the fact that Trans Day of Visibility is on Monday. Okay, It's March 31st. It's March 31st every year. Remember last year when they got mad at us because it landed on Easter, right?
Yeah.
We didn't choose the calendar. It's always on March 31st. Monday, we have an incredible event at the Pride Center at Equality Park. I will be hosting it. It starts about 6:30. Go to a TDOV event. That's how you can help. Go to a Trans Day of Visibility event. If you can't go on Monday, donate some money. Trans social, trans inclusive, trans ed. I can go on and on. There are many, Ariana Center. There are many local trans organizations that are fighting the fight, that are at the front lines with these girls and boys, trying to get them their papers to match in a timely manner. I mean, like what they have had to do the last couple of months before Donald Trump came into office has been crazy to watch. And now, Adriana Tender at Trans Inclusive, she says, I get messenger messages at 3 a.m. from a woman that doesn't know what to do. And it's like they'll always go, like when it comes to the immigrants, right? The immigrants are taking our jobs, right? Okay. Trans people are not taking your jobs. Most of them can't even get a job because their stuff doesn't match, because their documents don't match. I mean, they're not hurting anyone.
And we're next. And on top of that, I mean, regardless of how local you are to South Florida, reach out, anyone on the internet, anyone watching us around the world, wherever you are, reach out to your local community. Be respectful and do your homework.
Amen. Trans Day of Visibility is Monday, March 31st. And that is the big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.